am a stranger here. My home is beyond the sky.
Global Concerns Trust is a small Scottish-based charity. Our aim is to reduce poverty and empower vulnerable people through partnering organisations that implement innovative and sustainable grassroots development projects.
I am a stranger here. My home is beyond the sky.
The Global Concerns Trust worked with partners in Scotland and Malawi to deliver vocational training projects to adults with disabilities, as well as starting carpentry and tailoring clubs in primary schools between 2007 and 2011. In 2013, we secured funding from the Scottish Government to continue the Tools and Training for Livelihood project for another 3 years. Malawi is a beautiful country with a rich history and culture. It is also an extremely poor country. For the 70% of the population who live in rural areas, life is hard. With few roads and means of transport, people have limited access to markets, services, education, and economic opportunities. People with disabilities living in rural areas are amongst the poorest and most vulnerable within Malawian society, with little access to disability aids, education, or employment. Many are forced to beg to survive. This project aims to reduce poverty in Malawi by empowering some of these most vulnerable people, equipping them with the skills and tools needed to be self-sufficient and earn a living. Tools and sewing machines are donated in Scotland and refurbished by volunteers, many of whom have learning difficulties, at the Scottish Tools for Self-Reliance workshops. Without their input, we would be forced to buy the only tools available in Malawi, which are of much poorer quality, unlikely to last long or be able to be repaired. These tools are then shipped to Malawi, where they are used by our Malawian partners to train adults with disabilities living in rural areas in carpentry, tailoring, basket and chair making, and curio carving. Each trainee also receives business training, startup tools or a sewing machine, some materials, and continued support to help them set up their businesses after they have completed their training. Our two partners in Malawi are Makoha, or the Malawi Council for the Handicapped, and KODO. Makoha are a national organisation and are at the forefront of work in Malawi to help men and women with disabilities to be more independent, self-sufficient, and recognised as equals within Malawian society. We started our partnership with them by equipping their vocational training centres in the two cities, Lilongwe and Blantyre, with much-needed tools and sewing machines. We then piloted a successful project in rural Dowa district, finding local craftsmen to train people in carpentry and tailoring in their own communities. The funding for the continuation of this project has been taken on by CBM. Over the next 3 years, we are expanding this program to Nkota Kota district. Training started in June 2013.
Taphunzira ifeyo taphunzirapo kusoka madresi ma uniform school uniform taphunziraso kusoka makabudula taphunziraso ndi madresi na skets. Pa training imene chimanisangalaza kuti anthu ambiri kumasoka zinthu zabwino kwambiri. Ndi anthu akumabwera kuzatigula ndi chifukwa chake timaona kuti atipanga zinthu zambiri anthu akusangalala nazo. Ifenso zinatisangalatsa tikamapanga zinthu ngati zimenezo.
This project is a very, very important contribution to the work Makoha does in Kota Kota. This is the first of its kind since the program started working in Kota Kota. And skills training is critical because one of the challenges that we are finding among people with disabilities is poverty.
mazipeza mangopeza nkalimako mwina makapezako matumba awiri ampunga ndi kuti magwisako imodzi ina ndi kudyako. Tikamaliza pa training yanga lifuna likakhale pabwino ngadzimire pandekha kuti ndisakavutike na chilichonse.
Apart from technical skills training, the trainees receive business management skills, gender awareness skills, reproductive health, as well as skills on HIV and AIDS prevention. By making sure that trainees are able to start their businesses and earn an income, that is going to promote the self-esteem of persons with disabilities. Because now they're going to be looked at as people who can have an income, people who can contribute to the well-being of their families.
Luso limene lizanthandiza kumbali yopeza ndalama zoti nzilipirana nga school fees, zaguliranso ma uniform, penaso ni zofunikira pa khomo zina zosiyana-siyana.
Ukhoza usintha chifukwa ntchito zikakamapezeka kumudziko ndikuti ine ndizasintha kusiyana ndi kale mundalili.
Luso limene likasintha kwakukulu chifukwa chakuti kale anthu amanaona kuti ndine munthu olephera pa zambiri ngati olumala. Ndiye akadabwa kuti zimene ndikupanga ineyo zikumadutsa anthu ena amoyo amene ali kumudziko sangazithe nene zikapanga zimenezo.
Our other Malawian partner organization is CODO, a smaller grassroots organization that was founded by an inspirational man, George Chimpiko, who himself has physical disabilities. CODO also aimed to train adults with disabilities in the Salima area with skills needed to earn a living. With the support of Global Concerns Trust, CODO were able to build a workshop space, enabling them to expand their training capacity. They will train 90 adults with disabilities over the next 3 years, 60% of whom will be women, in tailoring, knitting, basket and chair making, and curio carving.
Chimene ndandapangitsa kuti ndibwere pano kumudzi ndinali mavuto ambiri, mavuto ngati yopezera ndalama kunizithandizikira pa moyo wanga, ndipono ndabwera kunomu ndione kuti zinthu moyo wanga usintha ifyo lipochoka pano ndilenga matela ndilenga makina kumudzi. Mene zindisinthira kuti zindisinthira moyo wanga chifukwa kuti ndizika kugulitsa ma uniform mu masukulu umene amaphunzira mwa zathu, komanso ndikachoka pano ndikambanso sukulu chifukwa kuti ndapezanso mayendedwe kuchokera ku bungwe la CODO.
The volunteers in Scotland like to know how people are using the tools and machines they have worked on and are glad to be helping people with disabilities in Malawi.
I work in the Tools for Self-Reliance workshop here at Gorgie. It teaches me a lot of different skills. I think it's good that we can do something that's not valued here anymore, and it's taken a new lease of life and going to be used. Knowing that it's going to help someone is great.
When Global Concerns Trust visited Malawi in 2014, they were able to meet graduate trainees and see how they were doing using their skills to start businesses. Owen Banda is now working as a carpenter under the mango tree outside his house. Starting his business was not easy, as locals doubted that he, a disabled man, would be a good carpenter. However, one local man gave him a chance, commissioning a coffee table. Owen obviously impressed his neighbours with his new skills, as the orders have been coming in at a steady rate ever since. Owen is now able to support his family and has even been able to buy metal sheeting for the roof of his house. He is passing on his skills to his apprentice, his cousin.
Moyo wanga wasintha zedi chifukwa sinodalira munthu enali sinodalira ntchito yomwe ndaphunzira yonithandiza nomagula zinthu zimanisowa kale nomagula sopano nomazipeza mosavutikira, nomagula shuga, zovala, za sapato zothandiza pa moyo wanga zonse ndikuzipezera mu training imeneyo.
3 of the basket chair trainees have formed a cooperative, working together to pool their resources and labour, increasing their production and strengthening their local reputation. Paulina Giudesi was one of the first women to train in basket chair making at CODO, which is traditionally a man's occupation.
Ndangomaliza maphunziro yanga kukodo adandipatsa zida ndabwera kuno namba kupanga business panopa na moyo wanga wasinthika nimene dali lini panopa numapanga yosowa china chiyonse pakoma numathandizana nabana panopa nilimba pulani yoti nimangitse nyumba yooneka wana wanga niwalipire school fees asakhale sompha inanga amene adalili moyo wanga wakwera wasintha.
Justice is working as a carpenter in his village in Nkota Kota. He has made enough money with his new business to be able to build a better house.
Moyo pabanja langa wasintha kwambiri nimene kale zinali fakale nimakatheka kuti umaye ndimabwera kuno kwa asibale anga kudzapempha zoti amunigere ko yesopo yakuchigayo koma panopo sizikutero nikumadzipangira ndiponso siniona vuta kwenekwene moyo wanga niwosangala kwambiri olo banja langa siniwosangala.
The vast majority of graduate trainees have been successful in starting new businesses and are able to support themselves and their families. On average, graduate trainees have an increased income of 550%, transforming their lives completely. The wider impact is that whole communities in Malawi are changing their attitudes towards people with disabilities, seeing them as valuable people within their societies, providing valuable services and contributing to economic growth.
Ntchito tikuphunzira tikuti atigire patsogolo lathu labwino kuti tisangalana ife odani olumala.
In total, 129 adults with disabilities in rural Malawi will receive the tools and training they need to earn a living and become independent. This project is funded by the Scottish Government as part of the Scotland-Malawi Partnership Agreement. Global Concerns Trust would like to thank our partners, Makoha, Kodo, and the Scottish Tools for Self-Reliance workshops for making this project possible. This film is dedicated to the founder of Global Concerns Trust, Alistair Christie, who worked tirelessly to help people change their lives for the better and who sadly passed away in 2012.